really am tired of all these YouTubers telling you to be more confident. Every time I go on my feed, it's how to be more confident as a woman, 10 tips to bring out your true confidence, why confidence is actually your biggest weakness. I'm gonna say the exact opposite. You don't need any more confidence. You don't need this skill that they just act you're just gonna wake up one day and have. Like, if you just, there it is, there's confidence, you finally have it. No, babe, like that's not how that works. And I realized that being 34, like I didn't just wake up confident one day. Confident is proof of concept. Confidence is an end result. I didn't just wake up confident. I worked to get there. Hey royalty, I'm Carissa. If this is your first time here, welcome to our council meeting. Me and my Funko Pops welcome you. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know how I feel about you, babe, because you've been coming back. So guys, today I want to talk about confidence. And this is something that I didn't have as a teenager or even as a college student or even in my 20s. Honestly, I was incredibly nerdy. I was incredibly awkward feeling, and I really lacked any self-confidence. That was something I really struggled with. It wasn't until I became an adult, I want to say an adult, but into my 30s, that I finally realized confidence wasn't something I was just going to magically have one day. Confidence was something I was going to have to work towards. Confidence was something I was going to have to build to. Now, it sounds silly, but I remember the first time I danced in public. And girl, I ain't talking about as an exotic ballerina. I'm just talking about regular at the club. You know, And in middle school, high school, those dances, I felt so awkward. I was so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, I felt nervous about my body. Was I on B? Were people watching me? The girl next to me was twerking like crazy and I wasn't. Like, I just was so self-conscious of who I was in my own skin. It wasn't until I started going out more, going out with my friends hyping me up, having positive experiences, having bad experiences, that I actually built that confidence. It didn't just show up one day on the dance floor with me. It was something I built. It was each time I went to the club and didn't care what anybody thought. It was that time that I went at home and actually practiced my rhythm and the music I liked. It seems small, but confidence isn't something that you're just going to acquire in one dance battle. You build that. Now I'll dance anywhere. On a cruise, in the grocery store, with my family, out in the mall. I don't care. I don't mind expressing myself. I'm confident in who I am. Now, we try to tell people that confidence is something that you're just eventually going to have. That if you just work really hard, it will just magically appear. And we think that confident people aren't insecure, aren't nervous, don't have failures, don't make mistakes. And I think that's the first lie that we tell ourselves about confidence, is that confident people are always successful. No. Confident people get rejected. Confident people fail. Confident people don't always land on their feet. Confidence doesn't mean perfection. Confidence means the ability to try again, to face the next outcome with a positive outlook, to know that one failure doesn't mean doom. My first time at the gym was oddly embarrassing. I couldn't lift. My form was terrible. I went with a friend at the time, and I remember them telling me, could you just try a little harder? It just did not go well for me, babe. I struggled, and I was really nervous about what other people thought. Going to the gym and lifting my little weights and looking the way I felt I did, it didn't inspire confidence as I walked in and saw the bodybuilders and girls with perfect bodies. What inspired confidence was my continuous discipline to the gym, showing up every single day, lifting heavier and heavier every time I went. Until finally, when I walked in the gym, I forgot I was nervous. I forgot there was other people there. My only competition became myself. I wasn't worried if anybody was looking at me. I wasn't worried about my form because I was confident. I had built that confidence day after day after day in the gym. It didn't just show up on day one. You know, one of my favorite clips of Rihanna is her at an interview, and she's on the red carpet, and we all view Rihanna as just like a baddie, because she is. She's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And we expect with that beauty to come unlimited confidence. And the interviewer asked her, what do you do when you don't feel so confident, when you don't feel 100%? And Rihanna gave the best response. She looked her dead in the face and said, I pretend. And that's what we all need to do. We all need to remember that we're actors on a stage, and nobody knows whether you're winging it or not. Only you know if you're making a mistake. When you give a presentation, if you don't say something right or you forget to say something, nobody in the crowd knows. It's only you who knows. It's only you who reveals that you made a mistake if you say something. If you keep going, move forward, don't let yourself fumble too hard, no one notices, no one pays attention. And that's what confidence is in a room. I told you I'm doing a YouTube video. Now I gotta edit this.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you found my thing? Where was it? Oh, you can interrupt for this anytime. We all need to remember that we're actors on a stage. And nobody knows whether or not you've made a mistake or not unless you've admitted it. So go with that confidence. If you are nervous to go to the bar by yourself, pretend you're not. Order a drink, bring a book, look around the room like you own that place, because nobody knows you don't. The first time I went on a cruise by myself, I was terrified. Visibly, maybe not so, but spiritually shaken. I was so scared. But I went and I pretended I had confidence. I pretended that I knew everybody on the boat. I pretended everybody on the boat liked me already. And yes, I had some experiences where maybe people didn't engage with me like I wanted them to. But in the end, I ended up meeting some of my closest friends too that trip. It's pretend. It's the skill, the discipline, the effort that's going to bring you the real result of confidence. Confidence is built off experience, off proof that things will eventually go okay if you just keep trying. Confidence is knowing you're beautiful even if nobody in the room thinks that. Because it's not about them. It's not about what they believe. It's not about who validates that. It's about the fact that you know you're beautiful. That confidence doesn't just necessarily arise. It's practiced. It's self-validation. It's self-care. It's remembering that beauty is subjective and not about others, but about your own opinion. At the end of the day, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be XYZ person. And when we don't succeed or we don't have that, we think we're not enough. Oh, if I just been more confident, if I had just done this, this would have worked out. That's not what any of this is about. That's not what life is about. That's not what the core components of real confidence is. Confidence is not perfection. It's the desire to continue, even when things are tough. It's the optimism in yourself. If anxiety is conspiracy theories about yourself, then I would say confidence is delusion of oneself. And that's not a bad place to be in. So royalty, if you haven't heard it today, let me make sure I'm the one of the first to tell you. You are loved, you are cared for, and thought of. And if you got this far in the video, something I'm really interested to hear from you is what brings you confidence? What makes you feel like the best or favorite version of yourself? Me personally, I feel most confident when I'm just around the people I love. When people are laughing at my jokes. There is nothing I like better than making a person giggle, especially my boo. Okay, when he gets the I feel like a baddie. Okay, so what does it for you? All right. Peace out, royalty. Mwah.